Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make its hidden base, aka Pennywise's hidden base from the movie It. This is just based on the style of the movie, and we have a couple of Easter eggs, but you will find that if you make this base, it's a really cool and creepy addition to your Minecraft world. If you enjoyed this video, please do remember to hit that like button, and if you make it all the way to the end, share the video with a friend. Sharing is caring. But without any further ado, let's get started. So before we get things started, I just want to tell you that these are the materials that we are going to use to make the hidden base. And we're just going to start off by grabbing this top row right here, but please do make sure that you have access to every single one of these. They're all very important. And not only that, I would highly recommend it using a potion of night vision, as it is much easier to make the base if we tunnel into an existing hillside. So if you haven't got a hillside, you either have to make one or you have to build one around the base. But it's much better if you start off with one. So make sure that you've got all of the materials, make sure that you're making in a suitable place, and then we can begin. So on the side of your hill, you want to clear out a 5x5 block area. We want to have a nice smooth face onto which we can build the entrance. The entrance is a pipe, like it's the front of a pipe, and we're going to begin once we've cleared a 5 block by 5 block area by placing a stone brick stair right at the bottom. Right in the middle. Left and right of this, we're going to place upside down stone brick stairs. And we want to place 2 iron bars, make that 3 iron bars, on top of each stair, like this. Connect them together at the top. Place a stone brick above the middle of the top. Stone brick stairs left and right, or right and left. And then we want to place a stone brick right in the middle of the left and right in the middle of the right, like this, right in the middle of the bars. And we want to place upside down stone brick stairs, and this might be tricky to do depending on the position, upside down stone brick stairs underneath them, and we're gonna have to just destroy some blocks. We can build up the hillside a little bit more later on, so whoa, that like that, there we go. Like this, and we want to place regular sideways ones on top, just like that. Now what we're going to do from here is we are going to dig into the tunnel. Now I'm just going to dig one row at first because I want to place some light grey concrete behind what we have just made. So I'm just going to place some light grey concrete behind all of the brick blocks. The reason being is because I don't want the build to look a little bit odd after we do the next thing, and it will make sense what I'm saying in a moment. So from the outside you can see that we've got a little bit of light grey, and right there I'm just going to replace that block. We only want light grey behind the brick blocks, like this. And once you've got that little bit of light grey, we're going to dig 6 more rows into the cliffside. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And we want to hollow out all of the tunnels. So we want to have a 3x3 space that we can walk in and out of, like this. That's cool. So the last layer, the 6th layer, we want to delete the left side, replace it with light grey. The bottom, replace it with light grey. To the right of us, replace it with light grey. And above us, we want to replace it with light grey. So you can see that's the start of the tunnel. This is where the end is going to be. And all of this in the middle, we should have 5 rows, has to be replaced with grey concrete. That's the dark grey concrete. So I want you to replace all of the stone or dirt or whatever right now using the grey. Just like that. So you can see we've got a very atmospheric tunnel, especially from the outside. Now, I'm going to recommend you delete the middle block right at the top, it's the one right in the middle, and dig a couple of rows and place a block of redstone right in the top middle. I'm going to refresh my potion, and I'll just grab it whenever I need it from now on. And I'm going to place a redstone lamp in here instead, so now we have a little bit of light, and it's not that much, so it looks really creepy from the outside. Well, what's important from here is that we have to dig out a lot of space. We've got to dig out a lot of space, ladies and gentlemen. So, what we are going to do is this. We are going to dig about 11 blocks going that way. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like 11 rows going inwards. It's a lot to do. We're also going to want to dig down a row as well. So we actually want to dig an entire row down like that. And we're also going to want to dig up. We're going to want to dig up about, I would have to say, we're going to have to dig another 3 rows out. So like, just directly above us, it's going to have to be like 1, 2, 3. And we're going to have to dig these 3 rows out directly above. So you can see it's a lot of work to do. Quite a bit of work. So we're going to be digging about that high, that much in front of us, 1 row down, and not only that, but we are going to dig, this is a lot, 6 rows to the left and right of us. So that'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the right as well. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you can imagine, all of this is going to be dug out as wide as that, down there, up there, and it's going to be all pushed back. And I'm not going to do this on recording, ladies and gentlemen, but I am going to clear that area and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what the room will look like once you have completely dug it out. So that is 11 rows that way, 6 that way, 6 that way, 1 down, and also 6 up as well. And that is the result. Now, you might have to pause the video. Feel free to pause the video and catch up, but this is the end result at the moment. So once you have dug out the room, the next thing is more digging. So we have to dig out an additional layer behind us. The reason that we're doing this is to accentuate the pipe that we have right here. So the pipe that we have leading out to the outside, or leading in, depending which way you're going, has to kind of like hang off the wall a little bit. So that's kind of what we're doing. And you can see how long that took. My potion kind of ran out. And we're back. Okay. So once you've dug a row out, the next thing we want to do is add a frame to the layer. So I want you to add a row of stone, just regular stone, in every one of the 4 corners of the room. So stone in every one of the 4 corners, just like this. Kind of like just like that, just coming up. I want you to connect all of that together at the top. So we're just going to go all the way around and connect it together to kind of create a box. That's pretty much what we're doing. Just like that. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Oh, also that row too. All the way over here. Okay, that's perfect. And the next thing that we want to do after that is not fun. Okay, so we've got a lot to do with this part. What we basically want to do is we want to take out all of the walls inside the box that we created. So that this one, even above us, and we want to dig out all of whatever is there, and we want to replace it with stone bricks. I know that's a huge task. There's a lot to do, but we gotta do it. So we're gonna dig out all of the roof, left, right, everywhere, except the floor, except the ground floor, and we are going to replace it with stone bricks. And once you've done that, here we are. So this is what the room will look like once you have placed stone bricks pretty much everywhere except for the floor. That's the most important part. And again, you might have to pause the video. I imagine you will, but pause the video, make sure that you're all caught up, replace all of the walls with stone bricks, and then we can get to work on some of the details, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, once you have got all of this sorted out, once you've got all your stone bricks, the first thing we're going to work on is the area directly to the right of us. So as you walk in, the area to the right. We're going to have a pipe hanging off the wall. So if you start right in the top right corner of the stone bricks, you count left 2, 1, 2. This is where it starts. You place 2 light grey concrete, do a bottom left diagonal, down 1, bottom right diagonal, right 1, up right diagonal, connect up like that. And that's the beginning of the pipe. We're going to dig inside, and we're just going to place some black concrete inside the pipe so it looks all dark and stuff. And we're going to grab some materials like this. We're going to grab like the grass, the podzol, the mycelium, the mushroom, the vines, that sort of stuff. Maybe even some spruce leaves. Maybe even a little bit of water. And coming out of the pipe, we want to have some water. But it's going to be good if we kind of like build up a little bit of grass and stuff first. So a little bit of podzol and mycelium and stuff. Kind of just like hanging out of the pipe like that, right? Make it look all natural and stuff like that though. And we're going to place some mushrooms on the mycelium. I don't think it will grow. Oh, it does grow on the podzol too. We'll even place a little bit of vines like on the walls like this to kind of make it look a little bit dirtier, a little bit darker. And we want to have some water coming out of the pipe. So like water right here. And we kind of want to have it flow down. So you can even like dig into the ground like here and here. And that should solve the problem. So if we just cover up that water, wait for it to go. Place another water, there we go. So that will just flow directly off of the pipe right into those 2 holes, and that just looks really cool. And what else do we want to do? Well, we can place some like spruce leaves and stuff like around the corners, make it look all disused and what have you. That looks really cool like that. That looks pretty good. If we focus on this side a little bit now too, so we want to have another pipe. This is the sewers, you've got to remember. So loads of pipes, loads of water, loads of dirty, loads of dirty. That's pretty much it. So if you start from this corner, which is the opposite corner to where we just started, and you leave 2 diagonal blocks like this, and then count to the right 1, grey concrete, then 1 to the right, bottom right diagonal, down, bottom left diagonal, left 1, up left diagonal, up 1. And that isn't but you know what? We're going to shuffle that up 1 row, actually, just so that it's 1 row closer to the wall, like this. Because we don't want to, like, be walking straight up on it, like, as we walk out, like this. Yeah, we just want a little bit of space. But all this is we're going to dig into the ground like this, and we're going to fill it with water. And one of the coolest things about the movie It is, or one of the creepiest, I should say, is the fact that there is a balloon coming out of the sewers. So as a little bit of a nod to the film, as a little bit of an Easter egg, we're going to place a red concrete coming somewhere out of the pipe, about 1 block higher than the pipe itself, and we're going to place 2 end rods underneath it. So it looks as though that the balloon is coming out of the sewer. That's basically all that is, and that's just a little nod to the film. If you've seen it, very, very creepy. We're also going to place some more like spruce leaves and stuff in this like back corner whilst we're kind of over the side like this, and add some vines and what have you, maybe even a little bit there too, just to make it look a little bit creepier. We're also going to add some... we're also going to add a couple of things before we move on to onto what's the really, really cool thing about this. We're going to grab torches, mycelium, podzol, grass again. We're going to grab some redstone lamps, some block of redstone, and maybe even a little bit of stone brick. Oh, and also we're going to need stone slabs and some iron bars, and we're going to place stone slabs just coming down from the pipe like leading into the layer, just some stone slabs so that we can climb in and out. We're going to add iron bars around the pipe, just like we have on the outside, like that, so that I don't know, it just adds a nice little bit more detail. To the ground, we're going to dig out a decent amount of the ground, and we're going to replace it with stuff like mycelium. We're going to add some podzol. We're going to add that sort of stuff, you know, just kind of like in the floor. Whatever this has got, diorite, is it maybe? Doesn't really fit in very well, so we are going to be getting rid of that a little bit. And we can use a variety of materials. We can use a lot of stone bricks if we like. I'm going to use that instead of the stone. We can add some mycelium, some podzol, some this, some that, just around the place, just to kind of like add a bit of detail. So kind of like this, it leads us towards this way, and we can add just so that we've kind of got that. It's kind of disgusting to say, but kind of like rotting feel down here. Like mycelium and podzol like really helps to add to that. I'm going to place a couple of torches about as well, so maybe like one here, maybe even like one on this wall next to the pipe, just so that it can't be seen that well. Maybe like one, maybe like here, hidden a little bit behind, and yeah, that should actually be okay. And in the ceiling, we're also going to add some light too, so like in the middle of the ceiling or thereabouts, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to like dig up. Oh, there's a cave above here. Awesome. Well, anyway, we're gonna dig up, and we're gonna have a red block of redstone, like a redstone lamp, just kind of like in the middle of the ceiling. And you can add a couple more about the place as well. So just a couple. You know, you don't have to add that many. Maybe even like a diagonal pattern, something like that. Okay, maybe in a diagonal pattern or something like that. You could even dig them into the ceiling too if you wanted to. But yeah, so something like that, just to keep things a bit dark and dank, kind of like from the outside. Now, I can't actually give you the proper effect because I've got my stupid night vision on. But as that dwindles, I'll show you what it looks like in here. It's really creepy. Well, the last thing that we're going to do in terms of the base is we are going to make Pennywise himself. To make Pennywise, you need black concrete, white concrete, you need a bit of light grey too, and some block of redstone and some red concrete. So Pennywise is really easy to make. He is opposite the entrance to the hidden base. So like where we have these stone slabs, you come all the way over to the opposite side. Start in the middle and place a black concrete. Left, right, place a black concrete diagonal up from that, diagonal up from that. You want to place white concrete below those diagonals. You want to place a block of redstone right in the middle, light grey to the left and the right. Place block of redstone on top of those light greys. You want to place a white concrete right in the middle, light grey to the left and the right, and you want to place white concrete directly on top of that. We're then going to add a little bit of hair in the ways of red concrete, and they're going to go around the top corners of the head like this, kind of sat on the corners, and they're just going to come a little bit down like that. We're going to give him a nose like this, and that is Pennywise. Nice and creepy, and from the outside you can kind of see him, right? And that's kind of the point. You can kind of just see Pennywise from the as you walk into the base, and it's just really creepy. And there's some really dark bits of the base, like in this corner too, which is really, really creepy as well. And we've got, I don't know, we've just got enough light so that we can kind of see what's going on, but it's dark enough so that it's kind of scary in here. So that is the base made, ladies and gentlemen. Like that's pretty much the entire thing. But if you want to come outside a little bit, I mean, you can add a little bit of creepiness to the outside too, because the outside's part of the base. Like you can add some vines and stuff, and you can add a little bit of water and some spruce leaves. Like if you wanted to, you could add like a little bit of podzol around the base here, and you could add a little bit of and you don't have to do this, by the way. Like it doesn't necessarily always improve the build to just add loads and loads of stuff around, but you can choose to add some, like you could even hang a vine like right off the middle if you wanted to, although I'm not going to do that myself. And just make it a little bit creepy, just a little bit creepy, just add a couple of ways that you can do it. Some bushes and stuff like that. Just so that people know, if they want to come inside the base, they have to be prepared to be scared. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the tutorial. I do hope that you have enjoyed this one. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button. And I would really appreciate it if you've made it all the way to the end. Share the video with a friend. Sharing is caring. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.